be this Friday, September 20th at 7 p.m. And Be It Now is fulfilling its commitment to never forget the POWs and keep a high public awareness. So I thank you.
On Friday night, during our ceremony, our keynote speaker is a young man by the name of Rich Bennett. Rich was a student at NIU who spent a year in Afghanistan. He won the silver medal. He also wrote a book called The Killing, and his silver medal was acquired because he ran through enemy fire for about 35-40 meters to rescue a wounded medic. Crawled back, pulling him along the ground, got him to safety. He was now back in school in Northern where he started, and the medic there was recovering quite well. During the ceremony, we will have the guitar and singing. We have Becky Jolene of Oyland, who lives in the Rockford area, and Douglas Mark. Our program will have a presentation of colors, opening prayer. We'll have pledge of allegiance. There will be several other short speeches. We will have a very beautiful candle lighting ceremony where anybody who is there can take one of the candles, place it up on the walkway for any memory they have of any member of their family or a relative, or just a good friend who may have served in the service or was lost, or just in general for all POWs and NIAs. It will conclude with a 21-gun salute, and we will have the refreshments in the administration building of the left park, those places there. So we hope some of you will come out and join us. As last year, we had some inclement weather. If we do, we go indoors. It worked out very nicely last year. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mayor, if I could, I just wanted to say, Bruce, I've had a chance to work with you, be it interview you over several years, and you are always committed to this organization. I was proud to read this tonight for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And now, Your Honor and Board, I'd like to introduce Rick McVinney, our MTD Executive Director, and his entourage, who will give a short presentation on the Rockford Mass Transit District services to McChesney Park.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees, McChesney Park staff. We appreciate the time that you're allowing us to explain to you what we do. It's been a while since we've been up here and talked to everybody. We started providing your service in 1996, so it's been a few years, and we continue to increase your services as you wish. As you know, you fund the service. We provide whatever level of service you wish us to provide to you. So if there's ever any changes or if you hear complaints, give us a call. We want to continue to work with you. You've been a great partner to us. So we want to continue this relationship. I did bring a few members of my staff. We're only going to take a few minutes of your time. We got a lot of people, but we're only going to talk a couple minutes each. Lisa Brown is my public relations and marketing specialist. Dennis Hendricks is my operations manager. Ron Shepper is my finance director. And Paula Hughes on the end is our grant specialist. I want all the staff to recognize their faces because you guys will probably be the ones contacting me now if there's any issues or any problems. So, again, I appreciate you giving us this time. I'm going to let Lisa give her presentation, and we'll move on from there.
We're going to tag team, and it's really not as imposing as it looks. So, I'm Lisa Brown, Marketing and Public Relations Specialist. I like to introduce myself and say from the Rockford Mass Transit District, where it's always a great day to ride the bus. We're very proud of the service that we provide. We've been providing service as a transit district to the city of Rockford for over 43 years. We also serve Loves Park, McChesney Park, and recently, as of 2012, Belvedere. So we're very proud to be providing those services. As Rick said, we started providing service to McChesney Park in 1996. It's through an intergovernmental agreement, and I think we have to be renewing that contract here very shortly. And we hope that we continue to do so. We we're very proud to provide the service up there. I'm going to go through and just kind of fill you in on some of the general information about our transit system, and then the rest of the staff will get into some of the details. We talk a lot about fixed route and paratransit service, so you understand the difference. The fixed route is the big buses, and the paratransit is the little buses. But a less simplistic view is the fixed route is the system that we publish. You have schedule books there. That is the schedule book for our fixed route service, where we have designated times, routes, and stops where we guarantee our buses will be every day that we provide service. The paratransit buses, however, are indeed the smaller buses, but they are the origin to destination service. And the people that use the paratransit services need to be medically certified to ride those. It is a scheduled ride system, and when I say it's an origin to destination service, it means that we pick those people up directly at their door and take them to the door of their destination. And again, they have to be medically certified. People that cannot navigate our fixed route system through a disability are going to be the people that are going to be on the paratransit system. We provide service in the city of Rockford from 5:15 a.m. until 11:45 at night, Monday through Friday, from 6:15 a.m. until 7:15 on Saturdays, and from 8:15 a.m. until 5:15 on Sundays. Our paratransit service by ADA has to run complementary to that, so the paratransit service runs those same hours in Rockford. We do not provide service on the 6 major holidays. The service that we provide to the village of Mtg Park is from 6:15 a.m. until 6:15 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. on Saturdays, and there's no bus service in Mtg Park on Sundays. The paratransit service in Mtg Park is a little bit different. You have opted in years gone by to provide a little extra paratransit service. So you are providing paratransit service beyond when the fixed route service stops. We provide paratransit service to your citizens from 5:15 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and from 6 to 6 on Saturdays. We had a couple citizens a few years ago who really demonstrated the need, and we gratefully to get that service for them. So it is appreciated and it is used. There is no paratransit service on Sundays in Mtg Park. Real quickly, I'll go over our fares. Our fares for an adult is $1.50. Children under 5 ride for free. If you are a student between the ages of 6 and 20 enrolled in a school program with a valid RMTD ID or high school ID, you can ride for 75 cents or the half fare. Senior citizens, if you come down and get our photo ID, which will cost you $5, including your age, but if you are over 65 and want to prove that and pay us the $5, we'll give you a photo ID, and it's worth your while because then you can ride for free. Disabled persons who have a red light and blue Medicare card, which qualify for the half fare, they need to come and get our photo ID card, and they can ride for 75 cents. If a person is disabled and also enrolled in the state's benefit access program, they can come and get our photo ID card, and they can ride for free for 2 years, and then that can keep renewing that through the state of Illinois as long as the program is in existence. We have a system where many of our passengers have to transfer. If they do, the transfers are indeed free. And the rides for the paratransit service are $3. So with that said, I will turn it over to our operations manager, Dennis Hendricks, and he will explain the routes that we provide to the Mtg Park. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Johnny Hendricks, operations manager. We have 2 routes that currently serve Mtg Park, and the first one on the slide is number 22. Is the North 2nd Street route, and that originates at Northtown. And I'll point out there that it meets 4 of our other routes over there, so there's good connectivity into all parts of Rockford from that side. It leaves Northtown and goes up Riverside east, and then goes south into West Park, and down at the end of south into West Park, then it goes back east a little bit to Forest Hills, goes down Forest Hills, and comes back to River Lane, goes back west, and then it follows Walpole Road, Clifford Avenue, where the high rise is in West Park, comes up to North 2nd, and it goes down to Windsor Road, and goes back east at that point. It goes down to Elm Avenue, which is where we would then pick up the Mtg Park service. It goes north on Elm Avenue to Harlem Road, and makes a left at Harlem Road, and goes up to North 2nd Street, and it goes north to Copper, and we turn on Copper and go on the service drive to Tampa, and then go up to Orlando and cross by Mobile and turn right on 173 there, and then we go into Target. We have another route, which is on number 20 in the next one. That's our Alpine route. And that starts way down the south end of Rockford on Samuelson, so it runs the whole length of Alpine. And it runs all the way up Alpine to Walmart at Riverside, and then it goes down a little bit west to McCary-Lack, and goes over to Windsor Road, and goes back east, and then it comes up on front of Forest Hills to Harlem Road. It would make a left at Harlem and then near McChesney Park, and at Alpine would make a right go north, and then it continues on Alpine, and it makes a little loop called the Burden Loop, which is north of Target 173. Then it comes back and meets the other bus at Target. That's two routes. We have talked a little bit about, we had a request to the Armory, and we're doing a little bit with, after this was changed a little bit on the 22 route, North Second. When we leave Target, we now go between Coles there, and we get the clients that want to go to the Armory a little bit closer than what they used to do. So there's a slight change there. The next slide kind of shows the ridership for the last 5 fiscal years. And this fiscal year we ended at 26,299, which compared to last year is up about 9.5% on the ridership. And if you look at the graphs across the slide there, it looks like we're seeing growth. Whenever we see economic downturns and loss of jobs in areas, we will see a change in ridership. It's come back strong this year. Paratransit ridership, which I don't know if everyone knows, but that is a complimentary service for anybody not able to ride the fixed route service. We have to provide that. And we did 4,838 paratransit rides last fiscal year also. And I think that's all I have. Any questions for them? Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Ron Sheffer, and I'm the Director of Finance. And we wanted to give you a basic understanding of how we allocate our funds to the different municipalities. So we prepared, you'll see in there, identification of fixed route expenses and paratransit expenses. That's the two types of service that we provide in our Rockford Managed Transit District. So the first thing that we do is identify the expense of this fixed route or paratransit. Then we break that into an hourly cost. The hourly cost or expenses would be like the fixed route drivers, the people that actually providing the service on the streets. Then we also have the mileage cost, which would be the repair of the vehicles and the maintenance workers in the shop. And then also, along with that, the tricky one is to allocate the fixed expenses, which would be supplies and administrative expenses. We have a formula that allocates fixed expense to the hourly cost and also to the mileage cost. So once you get all those costs together, then you divide it by, for the miles and hours, you divide it by the miles and hours of the total operations RMTD, and you multiply it by the miles and hours that are utilized by the village of McChesney Park. That would give us the total expenses for McChesney Park, and then 65% of that expense is subsidized by the state of Illinois, by the Illinois Department of Transportation, which leaves 35% to be either subsidized by McChesney Park or collected in fare box revenue. So on the other side, with paratransit, once we identify the paratransit expense by those two categories, again, of hourly cost along with mileage cost, and also identify